Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen review, and this, if you have a look, is a Sailor PG3. And if I show you this side of the box, this is the North American exclusive, and it's the Sailor King of Pen fountain pen, and it's a Stormy C in a medium nib. So I think let's unbox the outer box here, or the sleeve, and then you will see this lovely sort of box. It's a sort of black rubberized sort of texture to this box. I do like these Sailor boxes. These are really nice. It's not a massive box, and I think it's a classy box, and you've got the Sailor logo and then the Sailor name there. This also has a magnetic closure that you can see there. So if I open the box, you will see the Stormy Seas. Now if I remove the pen just for the moment, what you'll see here is you have a Sailor, and I guess this is a bookmark. You get a lovely sort of hologram here, Sailor. And it's a North American limited warranty because this is a North American exclusive. Now, I picked this up from Chris at Truffet in the US, and I picked this up with the Lucky Charm as well. Chris was able to get these for me and get them in the nibs that I wanted. You also get a Sailor Writing Instruments care guide. You also get a spare converter here, and you also get some cartridges as well, which, to be honest, I never really use. And there you have, that's the Sailor ink converter. Now, this also did come with a Sailor ink converter, so I've noticed that Sailor have, or at least Sailor US have been providing a separate cartridge converter, and I don't know if this harps back to the times where Matt Armstrong from the Pen Habit used to complain that the Sailor converters were rubbish. I've never had a single converter fail on me. I do have friends though that have had converters fail on them, but for me I haven't. So I'm glad that they're actually providing a second converter there. And put the bed back, and here you have the Stormy Seas. Now, I really wanted the Lucky Charm, and because I knew it was going to cost me a little bit more on import tax and also shipping from the US, I decided I would buy two, and Chris had both the Lucky Charm and this Stormy Seas, so I decided I would get the Stormy Seas as well. So this is not the Pro Gear version, this is a regular cigar-shaped Sailor, and it's a Sailor King of Pen. So you see here on the cap band, Sailor, the King of Pen, 1911. And this is a cigar-shaped pen, so you don't get the Pro Gear or the Sailor finial logo there, and it tapers down. So this pen really tapers right in to the cap finial, tapers out to this cap band. It steps down a little bit and on a gradient, and then starts to taper right the way down to this silver trim ring, and then obviously the blind cap. You do get a Sailor King of Pen clip, and it's just a standard sort of tie style clip. If I unscrew the cap, you will see here the Sailor 1911. If I try and get the light off of it a little bit, 1911, and this is a 21 karat gold nib. Now this is a medium nib here, and you can see the ABS plastic feed there. There's a little bit of ink there on the nib, nib creep. Now, in terms of the size of my hand, I find this is actually a really good size. I can post the cap if I want to. I do find I don't need to on the Sailor King of Pens because these pens are already long enough, and I really do not need to do that. One thing you will find is if you unscrew the body here that you do have the international standard converter. Now I'm going to remove this converter off camera just because I don't want ink to spray all over the box. And here you see the converter. So you've got the section here. So this is actually a very large metal section here that the converter slips into, and you can see that that converter is pretty full. And I will screw the body back on like so. But you can see here in the size of my hand, this is actually a really, really good size. So I do like this a lot. I do find that these Sailor King of pens, for me, are really nice. I do like this material as well. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, I find, and on websites, but it is like a metallic blue, almost like a pearlescent blue. I guess probably more metallic than pearlescent. So you do see a little bit of like shimmer going on there in that sort of blue color. It doesn't really change color in the sort of sense of a pearlescent, but I do like that. I like that color. I do like it a lot. So for me, I am liking Sailor King of pens. So I think let's do a size check. We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of this pen, we are looking at about 154 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we are looking at 73 millimeters in length. And then the length of the body to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we're looking at 133 millimeters in length. So that to me is actually quite a oversized pen. And I do like it. I find that these Sailor King of pens really do fit really nice in my hand. I think that they are just very, very comfortable to write with. So I think with that, let's do a weight check. So the full weight of the pen, we are looking at just under 35.5 grams. And this is obviously inked up. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 13 grams. And then the weight of the body, and bearing in mind this is inked up, we're looking at just under 20 grams. So I think let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Platinum 3776 Chartres Bleu. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Mediterraneo celluloid. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande in the sand, a Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove, the Sailor King of pen, and this is the Stormy Seas. We have a Visconti Homo Sapiens Bronze Swirl, a Visconti Medici Il Magnifico, a Visconti Opera Master Golden Dust, a Visconti Speakeasy, and a London pen company, the Christopher in Erinoid Caramel. So, let's do a writing sample. So we have the Sailor King of pen, and this is the Stormy Seas. And this is a medium 21 cat gold nib. And the ink in here today is Diamine. And it's Aqua Blue. Now, in terms of line variation, this is a medium Asian nib. So it is really going to put down more of a Western fine line. Now you can push these a little bit more and I can get more line variation out of this. And you can see here, this actually provides quite a lot of line variation. I'm not getting any hard starts or skips on this nib. It's very well tuned. It does have, like most sailors, a little bit of pencil-like feedback to it. Sometimes it can feel a little bit crisp, perhaps, if you rotate the nib or roll the nib when you write. Now, in terms of ink wetness, let's have a look. And we'll do a horizontal pass as well. So this is a somewhat fairly wet nib. It's not a fire hose nib, but it's actually a nice wet nib. So what do I like and what do I not like about these Sailor King pens? Well, the first thing that I would prefer that Sailor did was to make these into piston pens and not use the cartridge converter. As much as I do like cartridge converters because it's very easy to clean them, I do find that I burn through a lot of ink quickly, having to continuously refill these pens. The other thing that I'm not that keen on with the King of Pens is that the cigar sort of shaped pens do sort of like move quite a lot because of the shape of them. So you put them on the desk and they tend to sort of spin around a little bit. And they spin around on what is the cap band. So they do tend to wobble if you put it down onto a desk. And that can sometimes lead to a pen wandering off the desk very quickly if you were to nudge the desk. Other than that, though, I do love these pens. I love how the Sailor King of Pen, I love that it has a number 8 size 21 karat gold nib. I love the weight and the size of these. I prefer these much more than the sort of Sailor 1911 large or even the slim versions of the Sailor pens. I do like the size of these. I just wish that they came with a greater ink capacity. So for me, I do like this pen. I have a number of Sailor King pens in my collection, and I will probably add more in the future because I do like how they write. I do refill them on the go quite quickly with a Penultimate pen filler. I find that's the very easiest way of carrying ink around with me, and I will do that and refill those quite quickly. So I will, just grabbing anyone here, this is a Penultimate pen filler. That one's inked up with aquamarine. So I will put those in my bag, and they're very tightly sealed, so I can very quickly just they hold around 15 to 20 milliliters of ink, so I can just refill a pen on the go. But for me, I like the pen. I really do. So I probably would add more to my collection in the future. So there you have it. That's my review of the Sailor King Pen Stormy Seas in a medium 21 karat gold nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.